Why didn't Voldemort create new Horcruxes? This question haunts fans. He craved immortality, tore his soul apart, and built the perfect defense system. But when his Horcruxes started getting destroyed, why didn't he make new ones? He had the opportunity. Or did he? Creating a Horcrux isn't just a spell. It requires murder and a complex ritual. Perhaps it demanded specific conditions, rare knowledge. Voldemort had little time left. He couldn't just create a new Horcrux whenever he wanted. Overconfidence played a role as well. Voldemort saw himself as invincible. Even after the diary was destroyed, he didn't take it seriously. He believed no one could eliminate all his Horcruxes. By the time he realized his mistake, it was too late. Or maybe he simply couldn't. Voldemort's soul was unstable. He himself admitted that every split weakened him. Another fragmentation might have killed him. By the final battle, he relied on an artificial body. A new Horcrux could have been his end rather than his salvation. There's another detail. Horcruxes didn't just protect him, they tied him to the world. But Voldemort couldn't control them. If a new Horcrux fell into the wrong hands, it would have been a weakness, not an advantage. But even knowing he was dying, why didn't he try? The answer may lie not in magical logic, but in narrative logic. Rowling created a powerful villain, but he needed to lose. If he could have made another Horcrux, the story wouldn't have reached its climax. But imagine if he had made a new Horcrux. What object would he have chosen? Whom would he have killed? Or did he simply not dare? Perhaps he feared not death, but what would happen to his soul if he tore it apart once more? What do you think? Why didn't he create a new Horcrux? Perhaps the answer lies in fear. Yes, Voldemort considered himself above fear, despised it, and claimed he had not known it since childhood, but it was fear that drove him to create Horcruxes in the first place. He feared death more than anything in the world. Fear was his hidden motivator. The irony is that this same fear might have stopped him at the very moment when he should have fought for his life until the end. Voldemort saw his Horcruxes being destroyed. He felt the pain when they perished. But what if he realized something terrifying? That with each destroyed Horcrux, he wasn't just becoming weaker physically, but also magically. His connection to life was breaking, and he could no longer afford another soul split. If the process was irreversible, then a new Horcrux wouldn't help him. It would only further diminish his own power. And yet the question remains, why didn't he at least try? He was cornered. He knew his enemies were closing in. He could have tried to kill and create a new Horcrux, even at the cost of weakening himself. But perhaps he was no longer the same as before. He had become vulnerable, doubtful. For the first time in years, he faced something he could not understand. Love magic, the realization that the power he was so proud of was not enough. Or maybe he simply ran out of time. Creating a Horcrux is not an instant process. It requires a murder, a prepared vessel, and a ritual. Even if he had wanted to do it, he needed time and a place where he would not be disturbed. In the final days before the Battle of Hogwarts, he was in a frenzy, restless, searching for answers. His usual cold calculation was gone, replaced only by fear and rage. There's another interesting aspect. Did he even have a suitable object for a new Horcrux? Voldemort did not choose random objects. He sought symbolic items with magical history. The diary, the cup, the locket, the diadem, the ring. They were all tied either to Hogwarts or to powerful figures. What if he simply found nothing worthy? Even if he had created a Horcrux from some ordinary object, he would have had to hide it, and by then he had no more secret places left. But if he had attempted it, who would he have killed? He had many enemies, but the choice mattered. Perhaps he would have chosen Harry. After all, he saw him as his greatest rival. But what if killing Harry would have destroyed not only him, but Voldemort himself? After all, he had already unintentionally made Harry into a Horcrux without realizing it. In the end, Voldemort did not create new Horcruxes because he lost not just magically, but psychologically. He could not admit his weakness, could not accept that he was not all-powerful. His downfall began not when he died, but much earlier, when he lost control of his own fate. But what if he had found a way to make a new Horcrux? Could he have won? Or was he doomed regardless?